My friends, welcome to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. I hope you're doing well. Last week, we took a look at the United States Military Poncho Liner, also known as the Woobie Blanket. This is what I refer to as the traditional model. It doesn't feature a zipper, it just features the nylon ties so that you can tie it up. You can use it with the poncho, you can use it as a sleeping bag, and so on. I had mentioned in that episode that I had ordered the newest variant of the United States Military Poncho Liner that features a zipper that goes around the body. Well, guess what, everyone? It has arrived, and this is very, very cool. At the same time, I have ordered a copycat version of the US Military Poncho Liner that features a zipper, and it too has arrived. And comparing these two products is going to be very interesting. Next week's episode will focus on the knockoff version. For this one, we're going to focus on the zippered, legit military piece of surplus. So here it is, everyone, here it is. When it comes to the poncho liners, the zippered and non-zippered versions, they are basically identical, with one exception. The traditional version does not feature a zipper. Outside of that, my friends, they are the same product. The same materials, the same batting, the same design, and so on. Basically the same weight and the same dimensions. This is the zippered version. Now you can see that this is a newer blanket, right? A newer poncho liner. The colors are more vibrant than that one. That one's quite old. Now again, everyone, the poncho liner, this has been around for a long time. This goes all the way back to Vietnam. And since that point in time, it's continued to be used all around the world with different branches of the US military. There's even other countries out there that have their own versions of this. In this episode, I'm not going to go over the history all that much because I did so in the previous episode. So if you want all the nitty-gritty details about the poncho liner, the history, and so on, check out that episode. The best way to compare these two variants of this liner is to show you the features of each, starting with the traditional version. That's what I call it. Since the Vietnam War, the overall design of these has not changed much. Some are a little bit longer, some are a little bit shorter, there's some new camo patterns, but all in all, it's the same product. This revision here, with the zipper, is the latest variant. The latest big change. One of the only big changes this product has seen. So going over to the traditional version, this one is heavily used. I've had this for years and years and years. The color is quite faded. You can see the tie-off points, the inside fabric. There is no zipper on this version. As far as the measurements go, it's roughly 88 inches long and 64 inches wide. And the weight is getting close to 2 pounds. It's a little bit shy of that. The inside of the poncho liner features the same material as the outside. You have nylon ripstop with polyester batting in the center. That is the insulation for this liner. Let's focus on this for just a second here. Liner Wet Weather Poncho, made by the Winston-Salem Industries for the Blind. This is an important label, especially when you compare this to knockoff products. I've taken a step back so you can see the two ponchos side by side. Traditional version, the new zippered version. You can see here that the zipper version is shorter than this one. And that's because this has been heavily used by me and it's stretched out. This one, that's not the case. And that's why it appears to be quite a bit smaller than this one. But in truth, in time, they'll be the same size. The new variant has all of the tie-off points that you would expect, the same as the other version. Again, everyone, the biggest differences come from this zipper right here. This is a YKK zipper that goes around the body. It starts up here at the top. The zipper does feature a draw pull. And for the most part, everyone, that's the biggest difference with this product compared to the traditional version. With the new poncho liner, the measurements and the weight are virtually the same as the traditional version. You're looking at roughly 88 inches long by 64 inches. The weight is close to 2 pounds. The coloring for the two versions, there's some slight changes. Again, one's newer, one's older. This is still brown on the inside, but it's not quite as brown as this version here. You can also see the differences in this digital woodland camo. Older and faded, brand new and vibrant. The materials are the exact same. Temperature rating for these, right around 50 degrees with clothing. What makes this so awesome is the zipper. The design of this is very cool, and also it's very beneficial. The zipper allows you to take this product and make it basically a sleeping bag. Whereas with the traditional version, you really can't do that. Not to the same level of efficiency. You have the tie-offs, which you can use, but it doesn't perform as well. It's not quite as warm as this. You can hop in, zip it up, pull it tight, and you're good to go. You will be quite a bit warmer in this latest version compared to this one. In my opinion, it's a good change. It's a beneficial change. Now, my friends, let's take a look at the label for the zippered version. So it says here, liner, wet weather poncho, all-purpose liner Winston-Salem Industries for the blind. I've made it a point to show you the labels for both of these products, and that's because of the copycat versions that are out there. Copycat versions oftentimes can be authentic looking, and that's why it's important to pay attention to the details, the small details. For an example, when it comes to copycat products, oftentimes you will find spelling errors, typos, grammar mistakes on those labels. Some of those labels will even use legit military surplus NSN numbers, even though those numbers don't actually pertain to that product. For an example, the knockoff bag that I have has an NSN number taken from this zippered version, which is pretty funny. Anyways, everyone, let's focus on these legit versions for now. When it comes to the traditional poncho liner in general, you can easily find one of those. You can find these at most military sites. I like to purchase military surplus on eBay. There's tons of sellers and the pricing is competitive. When you go to military surplus websites, prices tend to go up. You can find both of these liners on eBay if you want to. Again, the channel is agenda free, I don't care what you buy. You can find the traditional all over the place, there's plenty of those. The one with the zipper, that's a little bit more rare, it's a little bit more uncommon. And the price for these does go up a little bit. I purchased this one recently on eBay. The price of this was $32 and that included free shipping. The condition is grade D. When I went to purchase the zippered poncho, grade D was the only thing that I can find. At the time of filming, things have changed a little bit. You can find condition B and C. Think of this scale the same as school. A, B, C, D, E, F. A is the best, F is the worst, everything else is in between. With the grade D that I got, there are some holes here. I made some repairs, and I will show you those right now. You can see this rather large patch here. There was a huge melted hole here that went all the way through. So I got this polyester material, an iron-on patch, put it on there, hopped on my wife's sewing machine, did a quick sew job around it, and did the same thing for the back side. This has worked very well. There is another repair that I had to do, and that goes right along the zipper. That hole continued over to this side. Luckily, the zipper was not broken, so I was able to do a quick patch. Basically, I reinforced the entire area, reinforced the zipper, and re-stitched it, and it's good as new. That was a quick and easy repair, nothing to it. Luckily, none of the issues that I had with this poncho with the condition D were deal breakers. In the description box down below, you will find a link to the eBay page where I purchased this. They have the condition B, C, and D. I don't know this individual. I have no connection to them. I don't care if you buy anything. I'm simply going to put the link in there to help you out. Again, these are quite rare, and also there's quite a few knockoffs out there. Copycats. The link that I'm putting in there is legit military surplus made by the Winston-Salem Industries for the blind. By the way, everyone, when it comes to compressing the zippered version, it's basically the same as the traditional. You're looking at roughly 12 inches long by 6 inches wide. For the most part, they are identical. So there you have it, everyone. That is the zippered poncho liner, the latest version from the US military. Again, these are pretty rare, pretty hard to find. It's easier to come across the knockoff versions than these legit military surplus ones. I would make sure to look at the tag, and if the seller doesn't show you the tag, the label, don't purchase it. From what I understand, the only one making this is the Winston-Salem Industry for the blind. Everything else is a copycat. If I'm incorrect about that, someone can prove it to me if they want to, but that's what I understand. But in the end, this is an excellent product. The zipper is an excellent addition to this. It is going to benefit the soldier and also the civilian who uses this. As I mentioned in the review, I love the poncho liner. I've had one of these for years and years and years. Initially, my uncle, who was a Marine, gave me one of these. Rest in peace, Uncle. Love you, buddy. As far as the camos go for the zippered version, all that I've seen is the digital woodland. I have not seen anything else, so I don't know if this is available in the Army camo or the United States Air Force camo. There's just simply not many of these out there, so if you're interested in one, I would purchase them now while you can. There's only 1 or 2 sellers even selling these on eBay at the time of filming. I mentioned that I purchased the grade D condition, and that's exactly what I got. For $32, I'm not disappointed. The repair that I had to do here was rather simple. If you purchase a grade D, there shouldn't be any issues that are like deal breakers, as I mentioned before. But if there is, I would certainly return it. For $32, I'm pleased with this purchase, and I can't wait to get this out and use it. Coming soon, folks. Speaking of which, I do have a military surplus adventure coming up. It will probably be a few months, but it's going to be with Russian gear. I have obtained all sorts of cool Russian military surplus. I think you all are going to like it. It's pretty neat stuff. So that episode is coming up. Look forward to that in the future. I almost forgot this point, everyone. This is reversible. So you can have Coyote Brown on the outside, or you can have the digital woodland on the outside. It's whatever you want. To wrap up this episode, if you have any experience with a zippered poncho liner, please share those with me and with the community. Comment down below. Winston-Salem Industries for the blind. Remember that label, folks. That's super important. If you do not see that, if you do not see Winston-Salem Industries for the blind, I would recommend not purchasing it, because I've begun comparing the legit military surplus to the knockoff. There's a huge difference. It's laughable. It's laughable. It really is. Anyways, everyone, that's it for this video. Hit the thumbs up because it does help the channel. You can support on YouTube, Patreon. You can join the Wolf Pack. The Outdoor Gear Review is agenda-free. I make these videos to help people out. That's it. I don't care if you buy this. I just don't care. That means nothing to me. The channel is not about selling products. Strength and honor. Bye for now.